Morning, guys. Here we are near our neighborhood. I'm hiking with someone who is a neighbor. He's into everything. He's a great realtor. He's now a broker in charge and building something big. And got a great family. In fact, I'd love to talk to him about his family. But this morning I'm hiking with Chad Priest. Chad, how are you?
Morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Oh, good. It's bright and crisp
Chilly,
this morning. Yeah,
it's good.
So you're building something huge right now.
Yeah. I'm with Realty One Group Coastal. We're a national franchise, but
Yeah, how long you been with Realty One? Realty One's brand new. I mean,
yeah, in the
relatively.
Charleston market, we nationally we've got about 150 offices, and Diana Johnson opened the franchise here in Somerville back in November, December of last year.
You have a big family as well, but a unique family.
I do. I've got 5 kids between the ages of 2 and 11. I have to keep up with that. And
That's a lot to keep up with. No matter
yeah,
what.
it is. It's a busy season of life right now.
Exactly.
Swim team and piano practice and shuffling kids to different schools. But yeah, we've got three biological kids. We have 2 girls that are biological sisters, but they've been placed with us through foster care.
Foster care. Okay, that's where I was going.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. So they've been with us for a couple of years. We're kind of at the adoption stage of that placement, although
That's
that wasn't
great.
the reason why we got into foster care, but this particular scenario just landed that way. So here we are.
Yep.
5 kids later, 3 or 4 years ago.
Yep.
I told my wife, I said, I'd like to, I think we should look at adopting. And
Yeah.
I've heard it's cheap to adopt children out of foster care. That was my perception of it. I knew nothing of foster care. The goal with foster care is always to reunify the biological families. It's always what's best for the kids in most cases. So in our particular case, that's not what worked out, but we've had other placements in the past where we were able to see, kids get to go back home to their birth mom and kind of watch that process.
I would imagine that that's something that's huge in the sense of you feel accomplishment, but also heart-wrenching. Seeing
Yeah, it's
kids
tough.
leave.
Our first placement was a little guy. He came to us right out of the hospital. We had him for about 6 months from birth.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, when you get a phone call, from the social services.
Yep.
And you don't know, they usually have a couple pieces of information. You don't have any idea. They might be with you for a week or a year. And, so usually my wife will call and say, hey, we got a phone call and they've got a baby boy or a 5-year-old or whatever. And we kind of got to powwow really fast and decide if we're going to dive in. So it's
good for you.
For our family, it's been a really cool thing because it's something that the whole family has to be in on, and we usually talk to the kids before we say yes, just to get them on board and make sure they're feeling good about it. And but I mean, it's taught that I've seen my kids stretch a lot. Unfortunately, there's just brokenness in this world, and some of these kids experience more trauma in their short little life than a lot of us will in a lifetime.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You watch TV?
I do.
Okay, so I can't imagine you don't watch This Is Us.
Oh, we watch This Is Us. Yeah.
So do you like everyone else who watches This Is Us? Do you tear up and be like, "Oh man"?
I'm a crier. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I came up on that show once, well, twice, but 2 different odd episodes when my wife was out doing something, I don't know what, and both times I was like tearing up. And I was like, "You've got to watch this."
Well, my wife always wants to put it on, and I'm like, "Listen, I'm not." It's like tonight's more of like, let's watch The Office. I don't feel like crying tonight. It's like that.
So you also built like the Mac Daddy of all, what do you call it? The tree houses in the back.
Oh yeah. We've got a big old tree house out back that we
That's
built.
awesome.
I think that was like a year ago. Got in a little trouble with the HOA on that, but it's still there. We're good now.
Come on, HOA.
Yeah.
It's a tree house. Kids need it.
Yeah. I'm a
It's
realtor. I
adventure.
should know these things, but better to ask for forgiveness than permission. I think.
See, you heard it from the realtor.
Yeah.
Exactly. How long have you been in real estate?
Been in real estate for about 4 years.
Okay.
And then, like I said, I moved over to Realty One Group in January of this year, and then
and now you're a broker in Mount Pleasant.
Almost a broker, yeah. So
Almost.
we're opening. We've got an office off of Coleman in Mount Pleasant.
Yeah.
So it's kind of our first expansion office in Charleston. So we're real excited about that. And,
Oh yeah, it's a great location too.
yeah, it's right by Shim Creek, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, I
And,
bet. Lunch at Shim Creek.
yeah,
every day.
Yeah, it'll be good for my for my expanding waistline. You know, I think I always tell folks, I think there's a lot of great brokerages in Charleston.
Yeah.
I came from one that I still like and respect. I just think depends on the fit for you, how you plan on growing your business, and you know,
I
you want to
totally
be
agree with
be
that.
somewhere where you're comfortable. But I think there's a lot of great brokerages, a lot of great agents in Charleston.
Yeah, there are.
But I obviously feel good about where I'm at now with the new role. We'll see. I really do enjoy teaching other agents.
Yeah.
It's probably one of my favorite things to do is teach classes on marketing or contracts or different things like that.
Sure.
You know. How long have you been with Atlantic Bay now?
4 years.
4 years. Okay.
Yeah.
And
so,
they were new to the market. Like you were the first to start them here in this market. Is that right? Or
Yeah.
okay.
Exactly. So Atlantic Bay I was, you know, it's kind of like you said. There's lots of great lenders in town, and I was with one, but ops was. It's kind of like ops and sales kind of have this, you know, grind to where you go at each other a little bit.
Yeah.
In some cultures, and so that's where I was, and it was a little fight to close on time and all that stuff. So I was looking, and someone told me that Atlantic Bay was coming into the Carolinas just then, and so I met with them, and the rest is history. I mean, the ops is the smoothest I've ever experienced. It's great. So when you guys are just doing stuff as a family, what do you do for fun?
We well, with 5 kids,
Yep.
a lot of times we're homebodies. Well, we do have a boat. We go boating.
Cool. A boat is an instant vacation.
Yeah, it's usually an instant vacation and an instant headache. I feel like each year there's at least $1,000 just throw it out the window for something, and I love it. It's funny. Like this is the time of year where I go into maybe we should get rid of the boat.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we should get rid of it, and then March rolls around and I'm fired up and
Yeah, we better
detailing
keep
it and ready to roll. And I feel like it's one of the few things we can do where there's nowhere to go. You're on the boat together as a family.
Right.
There's no distractions. They're not on their tablets and all that garbage.
Do you guys have any pets?
Got a dog.
Oh, awesome.
Very original name. His name's Buster. I remember when we got married, we had a little bulldog.
Yeah.
That dog went to the dog park every weekend. We took it to the toy store every weekend. We gave it a bath every week.
And Buster's probably
Poor Buster's lucky to have a meal each day, you know. Like that poor guy, he's a trooper. But yeah, it's like 5 kids later, you're a dog now. You're not a, you know.
Yeah,
we love you, but you're a dog.
And do the kids have their chores? Like you're in charge of feeding the dog and walking the dog and
Yeah,
stuff like that?
my wife is. Fortunately, my wife is a very good manager of our household, so she's my.
I know that feeling.
You know,
I have the same.
if I'd be lost without her,
Yes.
our house would be a disaster if it wasn't for her just helping me keep. You know, I just go where I'm told to go and what time I'm supposed to be there. And
See, if I were the only one in charge of organizing kids, keeping the house clean, because my wife is like you, she does an awesome job of everything. But I would be on the next episode of Hoarders.
Yeah.
This last Sunday, I think it was, my daughter was like, my friends and I want to go to Goodwill. They like thrifting.
Yeah.
And that's a thing now.
Yeah,
Thrifting,
is it?
apparently, yeah. And then to Walmart shopping and into Tanger outlets. And I blindly just kind of went, okay. And then
You know what you got
I'm
into.
in the store going, football's on. What am I doing?
Who's your team? Yeah.
Carolina.
Are you Carolina?
Yeah, well, it's weird though, because it's Carolina, and then secondarily it's Atlanta. So,
Okay.
which is
Yeah.
totally weird being in
Okay.
the same conference. But
Yeah.
and if they're playing each other, it's Carolina.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a Cowboys fan.
Oh, Cowboys!
Usually
Awesome.
most people like wince when I say that I like the Cowboys, but I don't
Yep.
know why I've just been a glutton for punishment for 10 years now. The kids get into the Cowboys, and we're Yankees fans too, the 2 most hated franchises in the
Yeah,
United States.
wow.
But,
And you say that in public.
yeah.
Okay, good for you. So Chad is what he says he is, a giving person. He wants to teach, he wants to bring in and help people, he wants to help people succeed in real estate, he wants to help the kids have a good life, have a happy life. If he can help you with real estate, I'm sure he would be happy to, and you would be happy that you reached out to Chad. And if we can help you in mortgages and home loans, reach out to us. See you soon. Happy trails.